Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Niasim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. White woman is mad at black people and called them red to the seas. Why? Because she came out here online to say that she bathes only twice a week. And if care is not taken, maybe once a week. And everybody's saying hygiene is actually cultural, which I know because I have experienced. I told you people that I am a teacher and I have seen a whole lot, right? It is actually very cultural. When you see a black woman from far away, you definitely know what she smells like. The glow, it shows. And somebody wants to use my own black women to say, to use them as their preference to their reference. I mean, reference to their preference, whichever one that is, you know? And I am asking, how can somebody bathe once a week or twice a week? That is abomination. It should be reported to the gods of the land. Like what? And I even said something like, who are the people eating the coochies? Sorry, I am going this far, but man, I have to ask because it is really an eyesore that somebody bathes twice a week. Don't tell me. And this got nothing to do with race, for her to say black people are racist for saying what they said. Man, I am saying the same thing here. Let's get into this video.
I think that it became embedded in that culture to always be clean and fresh, etc. You think about people of brown or black skin working in fields, working as slaves, etc. Whereas white people were never told that unless they were like of a lower class or like blue collar worker.
This all started by this lady coming and making a video saying that she only bathes herself 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm sure you can guess what the comments were like. So her logic is that black people have better hygiene and cleaning routines because we're used to being dirty from working in the fields. Specifically, darker toned black folks are apparently used to being told that their skin is dirty, so they clean themselves more, I guess, so their skin's not dirty. So her excuse to being dirty is to pull black folks into it and bring up slavery because that's why we have better hygiene routines. It sounds so stupid when I say this out of my mouth. I can't even make it make sense to even explain to y'all. To be in the year of 2025 and say that racism is not alive and well, you're delusional as fuck because it's clear as day. I can't even make this up. And at first, I'm like, am I being rage baited right now? This has to be rage bait, but no. This lady is standing 10 toes down on the fact that cleanliness is cultural. And it makes sense to her because her dad is a 6'4" white British man who only showered once a week and had never been called dirty in his entire life. I guarantee you that man had been called dirty once or twice. Are y'all okay? Cause anyway, I just had to share that because I'm so befuddled anyway.
A white woman got on here and said that black people thinking that white people don't shower is racist, right? She said that. Meanwhile, this woman is visibly filthy. She's visibly dirty. She's got crust in her eyes. She's got dirt on her nose. And she's upset that black people are saying on the internet that white people don't clean themselves thoroughly. I'm sorry, where do you think black people got that from? Do you think we just made it up? You've said it yourselves. We've heard it from you, from your lips, that you don't shower. You don't need to shower every day. You've told us this. You get on the internet to argue that you don't need to use a washcloth and that you can just let the soap run down your legs and feet and that you don't really need to clean your legs and feet because the soap dripping down is enough. There was an entire podcast segment where these two white people were making fun of black people for using a washcloth. You've been caught saying that a pool is basically a bath. Oh, black people saying that white people don't shower is racist, and stop telling us. We didn't ask.
The only acceptable times to not take a shower before you go to bed is if, one, you are in a coma, God forbid. Two, if you just had surgery and you are laying in a bed at the hospital, or if you have instructions by your doctor to not wet whatever cut you have, like a big surgery thing, okay? Those are two excuses to not shower at night. Or if it's literally like you're in the desert, there is no building, there is no water, you are stranded, there's nothing you can do about showering, those are the only acceptable times. If you walk into a house with a shower that is for you, that is, if you walk into a house, if you walk into a hotel room, wherever you walk into that you can actually use a shower with running water accessible to you, you should be taking a shower. I don't give a fuck if you just got home from the airport or from a long ass trip and it's 12 a.m., it is 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I don't care. Hop into that freaking shower, please. Everyone should shower every single day. There is no excuse to go a day without taking a shower. There just isn't any excuses at all. Unless you are a freaking newborn or something like that. I don't know. There is no excuse to not be clean, you guys. Like, what is not clicking? Why do people have to make posts like this? Jesus.
Person showering, because I understand you're only supposed to wash your hair like 2 or 3 times a week, and so I probably wash my hair once to twice a week. But and here's the kicker, and I don't want any judgment because this is a judgment-free zone, because this is TikTok. I shower about twice a week, and look, I think I look fine. How often are we showering? Just like, can y'all be honest with me, level with me? Like, what do I need to fix this?
Every damn day, sister girl, every damn day, and twice a day during the summer, twice a day during the winter when I'm on my cycle. When you started with that question, I knew where you were going to land. I knew this was what you were going to say. I knew. And the fact that you felt like sharing this with the whole world, do you know how many people is using TikTok? You felt like, oh, what am I gonna say today? Let me tell the whole world I only shower twice a week. Wow. You do know there's something called secret, right? You can keep it a secret. Ain't nobody needs to know that you only take a shower twice a week. I take a shower every day, but I don't need to tell the whole world that I take a shower every day, unless I had to do this video, you know. But at the end of the day, there's something called secrets. We don't have to tell everything to the whole world. And then the reason, number one reason why you always want to take a shower every day is because you do number two. And sometimes, no matter how much you wipe, there are still some dried up chocolate chip cookie in between your first hole and your second hole. And the only way to clean it up is by getting in the bathtub and taking a shower and cleaning down there. So sister girl, yeah, you need a shower. But my question is, don't your body itch you? Don't your butt itch you down? That's just what I gotta ask. Don't you feel itchy? Because when you take a shower, you feel refreshed. I just took a bath and I feel refreshed and I am ready to start with my day. So yeah, sister girl, there's some things you need to keep a secret. And nobody needs to know. Okay?
You guys, I'm concerned for us. I'm concerned for our world. I just saw a video from a woman who asked how many times people shower a week. And she said that she showers twice a week. And the twice a week, she wasn't very confident in her twice a week. So I'm concerned that it's even less than twice a week. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong? Like, truly, what is wrong with y'all? And she had the nerve to hashtag millennial. No, baby girl, this is not a millennial issue. As an elder millennial, but as an elder millennial who works out literally every single day, I shower at least once a day, most of the time 2 times a day. How are you not washing your ass but 2 times in a week. I'm concerned for us. And yes, she was. I'm concerned that y'all go into the public places without having washed your ass but twice a week. Like, it's weird. And it's summertime. Oh my God.
Baby, y'all argue with these people about showering and bathing. It seems like semi-annually this conversation comes around. Me, I don't argue. People who allow their pets to sleep in their bed and lay on their furniture, you know, in their kitchen, I don't argue with them about how hygiene. Because if you will allow a dog, a cat, any pet who goes and runs around outside, steps and poops, steps and pees, walk around, people peeing, spitting, pooping. I'm in California. It's a lot of unhoused. It's nasty outside. So if a dog who can run around outside and then come and lay in your bed, on your pillow, on your couch, if you will allow that, I'm not about to argue with you about bathing every day. For what? Why? Why would you take a bath when your dog who just came from outside is rolling around in your bed? For what? What you need a bath for?
Listening is a skill and offense really is a choice. I say this because, you know, there's that lady on here that said she be showering like twice a week. And then somebody commented on there, cleanliness is cultural. And then she made a video saying, I understand. She's a white lady. And then somebody said cleanliness is cultural. And she said, I completely agree with this. She said, I'm going to try to say this as respectful as possible. Historically, people with cultures, people with darker skin, in their cultures, they have been told like they are dirty because of the color of their skin, and that embedded in culturally them having to, or the desire to clean more often. She said all of that's messed up. All of that's messed up. But culturally, yes, it does derive from that in a lot of ways. And a few people actually stitched the video and decided to be like, how dare her? How dare she? How dare she say that? Anyway, she was right. The lady was right. This is a very, very valid point and a very valid take. The white lady said that she has 2 white parents who weren't told that they were dirty. And most white people were told they were dirty if the dirt shows on their skin or if they were in lower class or whatever like that. She was just explaining how she understands that it is cultural. We don't have to be like, I want everybody's experience to be valid, but I also need us to look within and understand that offense sometimes can be a choice. And sometimes it's because of the messenger and not the message. We have to look within with that.
So there's a debate going on right now on TikTok, and the girl gets on here and say, hi you. She gets on here and say, how many times a week is everyone showering? She gets on here and say, I shower 2 times a week. No, everybody don't shower every day. I don't know why people say they shower every day. Excuse me? Then she make another video and she states that she must be so OCD because she don't like the water touching me. OCD and taking showers every 2 days don't even go in the same sentence. That's for one. But then she goes to state and say that she takes a shower every 2 days. She doesn't like the water touching her. She doesn't sweat and da-da-da. I just know you smell like dog and cat. Cat and dog. Every single day, 2 times a day. If some. Now, I take a shower about 2 times a day, but every single day you should be showering. Now, I get some people theory of the fact that they shower before bed, so when they wake up in the morning, you don't have to shower. Cool. That's your debate. Stick to it. But showering every single day is what you need to be doing. So if you did not know that you need to shower every day, Unless you might be going through some type of depression that can't get you outside of the bed, that you're not showering and brushing your teeth. But you should be showering every single day. And just in case you guys don't know, sometimes some parents don't teach you this, but shower every single day. You wash your parts every single day. You sweat in your sleep. You sweat in your sleep. You sweat walking around the house. I don't care if you're in this bed all day. How do you guys get in the bed? I can't even get into the bed at night if my feet is dirty. Like, you get in your sheets and you have to rub your feet back and forth together after you've been walking on your ground all day in your house. And y'all just hopping up in bed in them sheets. Booty dust, huh?
Did a white woman get on this internet and start a discourse about how apparently it is a cultural thing that white people don't wash their ass enough? I swear to God, a lot of y'all white women, y'all say whatever comes to your mind, especially once you pass the age of 30. Y'all have zero filter at that point. And then she said, oh, well, I only shower 2 days a week. So the other days of the week, you don't at least like grab a towel, some soap and some water and wash up, especially down there, so you don't smell rancid to people. Ugh. And then she implied that it was a cultural thing. So she got the whole world thinking that white people just walk around smelling like hot armpit with a side of no hope. I used to work with this white teacher who would use the 45 minutes that we would get for a break to go run around the neighborhood. And she would even change to an outfit for it. So I'd be sitting there wondering, did she even have time to, clean up afterwards? Ugh. My thing is, going back to the original video, what even prompted her to go and say that? And just admit it to the internet? The world? Why? There was literally no reason for her to go and say that or admit it to the world. But not only did she do it, but then she implied that basically everybody else of the same ethnicity does the same thing. It's a cultural thing. That's crazy. And also, going out and being amongst people without at least washing up is insane. That's disgusting and completely inconsiderate. And the thing is, hell, I had a point where I didn't want to bathe and do all of that when I was a pubescent 12-year-old that didn't care. You're an adult and just admitting that to the world. Why? This entire situation and everything about this just reeks, pun intended, of not caring about your fellow person at all. Not only are you being inconsiderate by not bathing 5 out of the 7 days of the week, but you are also being inconsiderate by implying that it's a cultural thing, so everybody thinks that white people just do this. That one TikToker on here is absolutely right. Y'all aren't scared of shit.
I take 2 showers every day, bare minimum. On a good day, I'm taking 3 showers. On a good day. I love a 3-shower day. And y'all on here arguing about taking 1 shower a day? This is not life. It's very dirty. I don't know how I just ended up on the white tea TikTok, but I just saw a lady who looks so old and looks so dusty and looked like she needed 1,000 baths say that it's giving mean girl energy that we're talking about you need to shower every day. Caucasus Mountains are real. I know the Caucasus Mountains are real. It's no way in hell that people really believe you don't have to shower every day. Every day, you're eliminating waste out of your body. It's no way you're telling me that you don't need to shower every day and you're taking a urine and a bowel movement. You're a nasty, dirty, filthy animal. And then y'all be wondering why we look so good, why black people look so good. We don't be looking all worn out by the time we 30, 40, 50, 60, because I've seen a white tee 60-year-old woman versus a 60-year-old black woman. Beating them by 20 years. 20 years be off of a black woman. And it might just be because we clean our bodies. Because it's some dirty black people. And they be looking old. Please, y'all, for real. I'm already going through enough.
I know that a lot of us come on this app and we're just like, this is my diary and I'm just gonna chat. But some things should be kept in your actual private diary. If you feel the need to record it, set it to private so only you can see it. Because why are you coming on the internet bragging about how you only shower twice a week? Ma'am, Ma'am, I know your Batcave stink. Twice a week. Please tell me at the very least you do a horse shower and you like wash your nether regions at minimum. Now, we've all gone through things in life where we stayed in bed for 2-3 days and didn't shower for that time. I get that. But to have that be your regular schedule, and as we get older, we stink more. Like, I used to be able to get away with showering once a day. Now I have to shower twice a day because I'm getting older, I'm sweatier, and I wake up sweat. I'll shower at night, I wake up in the morning, and I'm drenched in sweat. You mean to tell me I'm not gonna take another shower? And now you're letting that sweat linger on your body and your vajayjays and your booty crack for days, 3-4 days, and you're telling the world. If nobody in your life has told you, you stink. I promise you stink. I promise you on everything I love. We can all smell you. I can smell it if you haven't showered in a day. 3 days? 4 days? Ma'am, you could have kept that in the vault, although I'm sure the people around you know because they can smell it on you. No amount of perfume, body lotions is gonna take away the stink of human flesh that hasn't been washed. We are stinky creatures. We need to bathe, we need to clean. Please, keep that to yourself.
How many times a week is the average person showering? Because I shower about twice a week.
A lot of us shower once a day.
Truly don't believe all of y'all are showering every single day. I don't believe it.
Wash your cheeks, man. Just wash it. Why is this such a big conversation on TikTok? I thought back up in the pandemic when we was having this conversation that was the end of it, that you just need to wash your cheeks. It doesn't matter if you're not doing anything. Just once a day, wash your cheeks. It takes like 15 to 30 minutes. It's not that much time. You're not that busy that you can't swipe something between your cheeks. And a lot of y'all are skinny. A lot of women that I see creating these videos, these white women, I know y'all don't have cheeks like that. I have more cheeks than y'all. Like, my shit clap. Y'all shit don't even clap. And you can't take a rag and wipe those dirty cheeks? You telling me once a day you can't take a rag and wipe those dirty ass cheeks? Like, you're telling me you're too important for that? I see women on here, oh, well, the human body wasn't even being made to be washed every day. What are you talking about? Hundreds of years ago, do you think our ancestors, we're not living 100 years ago. We're living right now. Right now, we wash every day. Just right now, wash every day, once a day. That's it. End of the conversation. God, why y'all so scared of soap and water? Soap and water. Y'all can skydive, but y'all can't do no soap and water?
I shower about twice a week.
I'm entirely too Brazilian for this. In fact, I am so Brazilian for this that one of the first questions I asked my husband was, how many times do you shower? I moved to the US to be an au pair, and I was an au pair for a famous family. Not TV and movie famous, but like AAP famous. Like research published on the AAP website, pediatricians. And knowing that I'm Brazilian, one of the first things my host mom, my boss, said to me was, don't have to bathe the kids every day. They bathe like maybe twice a week. And I was like, that baby is getting bathed every day. And she was like, you do you. I did me. That baby got bathed every day. Another huge cultural shock was to find out how Americans are very openly critical. Like they're very verbal about their kids especially, which makes them think like this is normal. In Brazil, we don't do that. If someone smells next to you, you're not gonna say anything. We don't really bring up like people's appearances or their body odor. That's just weird. But here, you hear these moms complain all the time like, oh, my kids stink. Oh, they don't know how to shower. Then why aren't you teaching them? One mom literally complained about their kids smelling next to me. And then I said, have you ever taught him how to shower? And then they were like, by now they should know. No, they don't. And if you've taught them before, teach them again. Like, please repeat it over and over. Like, I don't understand why people think that kids have common sense. They don't. And then other kids are going to make fun of them because, again, the cultural shock that I had is how openly critical they are. They're going to make fun of that kid. Don't be that mom. Don't do that to your kids. But I guess just being a good example would be sufficient, which apparently not many parents are, so weird.
Cleanliness is cultural, not reactive. Now, there was a creator on here, bless her heart, I don't think she meant any harm. who was having a conversation around hygiene as it relates to the Black community. And one of the things that she mentioned, or some of the things that she mentioned, was that she felt maybe Black people, culturally, we are so hygienic because once upon a time we were perceived as dirty. Now, again, no hate to her, but conversations like this can be dangerous because it's the accidental erasure of the truth. And what people have to know and understand is that cleanliness is a part of our cultures because we're not a monolith. So Black and Afro indigenous cultures across the globe, it's a part of various cultures, religions, and spiritual beliefs. Okay, the Moors had bathhouses. Okay, we have African Black soap. We have several meetings down at the rivers, whether it's a Southern Baptist church, a hoodoo practitioner, a practitioner of Oshun, and the Orishas. Water is very, very significant, and cleanliness is next to godliness. It's a belief that we have, and it's a part of even the Islamic faith. Now, for us to assume that Black people are only clean because of this perception that we're trying to escape of being dirty, the reason why it's so dangerous, as I mentioned, it's erasure, but it's you not acknowledging the truth. And again, you may not know the truth, so that means that maybe you be quiet and listen, or you ask the questions and say, hey, why is it this way? Maybe it's something, that's more reflective of your culture. But people have to understand our cultural practices are our cultural practices. They have nothing to do, a lot of times, with what anybody else has going on or doesn't have going on. And sometimes they do. Sometimes where we were and what we were dealing with impacted the way that we showed up, the way that we worship, the way that we tended to ourselves and our families or anything. And I'm thinking about making this a mini series because I absolutely love history and literature. So I think I am going to kind of break down cleanliness in the Black and African diaspora. So I love y'all, baby. I hope this helps, and I hope you learned something today. Peace.
So we're back to the hygiene discourse again. Listen, my white husband showers every day. And it wasn't because I rubbed off on him and he seen me take a shower every day. Now no. No. Before I came around, he was already showering every day. One of my best friends from school.
This is all a girl from this video, and she has the guts to actually say that Black people are racist for saying that. Like how? When they say hygiene is cultural, you all still react. And sincerely speaking, it is cultural. Now, let me tell you something. I know Black people are used to this because they knew that they don't bathe, they don't shower, right? Now, you all know I am a teacher, right? Ooh, it's kind of funny. I know they don't. I have students ranging from 12, 10, 8, right? I have 15, I have 18, even I have 20, right? And there are I also have older people, like 30, 40s, right? So, conversations. I think the first day I heard this, I screamed my lungs out. And then I started noticing, those smells you perceive. I don't know, you and I know that they have. Yes. Then my students, like the one that I handled their class, I think we were talking about hygiene and all that. And then they told me one was I bathe just once a week. One was like twice a week. One was like maybe never because I swim almost every day. Okay. I think I've been traumatized since then. I rarely swim in the pools. Like my apartment, I have a very beautiful pool, a very beautiful one with a garden where you can relax and all that. I don't go there because in the morning the kids are there, and you know the kids, or they were in the pool yesterday, so they did not bathe also, and today they will also be in the pool. It's not me being, but I think my skin is very vital. You know, that's why I don't go. If I may go to I may go to the sea to swim because it's sea salt. It has sea salt. At least the salt in the sea can at least dilute some certain things. But man, you see this baiting of a thing. That's why public transport here it's kind of very easy, like very, very easy to do your thing. The reality is that they also ooze in the bus. Then in winter, they will wear one jacket for 100 years and you can't come close to somebody. So hygiene is actually cultural because what? I grew up as a baby knowing that you have to shower morning and night. Morning and night. And in summer, most summers I do not go to school, right? I am home. If there is anything I need to also work, I also have to work from home. So sometimes I even bathe 3 times a day because, man, it is hot because it's summer. All right? And the day they also found out that I bathe like so many times. I think they actually attribute it to my own skin color. I said it's got nothing to do with skin color. But they were like, see my skin, I am not. They say you are as dirty as F. Very dirty. But yeah, hygiene is cultural. And I don't know, I don't want to swear, God forbid. For a full-grown woman to come out here to tell you that she bathes twice in 7 days, a whole twice. That is when, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, she will bathe. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again, she will, God forbid. And wait, who are dating all these people? See, don't tell me shit. Don't tell me nonsense. Who are dating all these people? Who says they are their preference and they use their preference to reference my own babes, my own women, my own beautiful women, my own adorable black women? Huh? That even from 100 miles away, you see a black woman, you already know what she smells like. You already know what she smells like. Wait, I am gushing, yeah, but allow me to gush, you know? Like, what? And some men say this is who they wanna be with. I wanna be with you. For real? Say no more. Like you are going to. Wait, there are some nasty things I want to say there, but I want to, some people's coochie. I think I should just, so your coochie will be oozing, like ooze. Do you guys all? Okay, say no more. Let me maintain standard. But seriously, on a very serious note, Guinea, love me. I love my people. I love black women on a very serious note. And forget it. I like 2 times. 2 times when you are leaving. Bye for now.